would be somebody that had to abstain, that you could appoint somebody for that particular meeting, or isn't that?
I would like to make a point. I'm the only one in town that's not related to anybody in town. And whether you're first cousin or third cousin,
Yeah.
you're still gonna have those loyalties.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I'd have to agree, Roger, with what you're saying. We have wonderful discussion, but it can only go so far in that meeting because of the relationship.
right.
But I think at our annual meeting after,
What happens if I have Bruce and Roger on?
yeah.
Well, exactly, right.
And this committee just
I never agree
makes-
with him anyway.
Opposite.
This committee just makes recommendations.
Yeah.
It's the same
Oh.
thing, say there's Public Works, in reference to Planning and Zoning Commission. You're the chairman. You have Bob Gajewski on there, and you have Roger.
Mhm.
And that also makes recommendations to the board with certified survey maps, plat surveys, and so forth. And then
So-
the board has jurisdiction over that with, when these committee reports come on, and these items, the recommendations are on here for consideration by the full board.
Yeah. But here's my point. The committee can go into closed session, and when it's made a recommendation, we as the board members don't have access to that closed session, what was discussed, or, you know, so, well, I don't want to start a ball rolling here and go to something that just, so we don't have questions asked as we did in the past over the years.
In the closed session, there's no recommendations that are made. A little bit of discussion, but all the recommendations are in open session. But, you know, whenever we don't have to discuss Joel, the conversation is fantastic. I appreciate Bob's input and all of it, but it is tough because once in a while it is about Joel. So,
Yeah.
I'd agree with you.
Well, good, you guys explained it very well to me. If the other board members here feel that we should pursue this in a little bit different fashion or whatever, well, we'll address it at a call meeting or something. I didn't want to drag this out to a big discussion.
Committee
right now,
assignments will remain the same until the reorganization.
but- Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you for that. Number 6 is to consider to approve payment request of Robert E. Lee and Associates. Invoice 71545, miscellaneous amount of $909. Invoice 71546, police station addition, $562.97. And invoice 71547, pavilion edition, amount of $2,653.26. And if you make a motion for that, it would be appropriate right now.
One question about the pavilion, is that, this 2,653, is that for the redesign or the?
Just getting the groundwork laid for the,
Yeah, it was mostly for the rebid, when we put
Rebid.
together the package for the rebid, which we canceled. We're now gonna roll into this Memorial Park, we're gonna have a Part A and a Part B. Basically, we're gonna do the Part A for the Memorial Park, Part B for the Park Pavilion.
Okay,
This money is money that came by way of sub-consultants to us. We paid it for the rebid. The services aren't 100% provided yet. They will be though, when we do bid it.
okay,
Just
so
because
this
of the-
isn't really wasted.
It's not wasted,
money.
it's not gonna be double billed.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Paul.
But
And we decided that if we bid them together as Part A and Part B, we'd get more competitive interest.
Yeah, I actually had several conversations before doing that. I discussed that actually with Bayland Construction, with Shoe Construction, with Integrity Engineers. They're the architect of record on that. And I also talked to a smaller subcontractor, and I said, look, to each one of them, we've got this situation here. Are we going to get a better price packaging it together? And they all unanimously agreed that's the better way to do it. That park pavilion was just so small, it was so hard to get anybody interested in that project. Now with the package, they can do one, they can move over,
They can do
the other,
concrete here and here.
and then move the other, and then.
So you're talking a bathroom here and then the bathrooms over there,
Yeah,
or wherever the hell
yeah,
it is,
except
okay.
it's a whole shelter over here, it's an
Yeah.
addition over.
So we do A and B, okay,
Yeah.
that's what, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, I'll make a motion to approve all those invoices.
I'll second it.
Second by Pulaski, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
And
Six.
Reed, just to note, the police edition, that's the last one on that. That project's been closed out in our office.
Thank you. Never thought they'd ever end. 6A, amended agenda item, Carl Bowers for the utility construction on East Glenbrook. It's a TIF 2 project, the amount of $56,876.70. I don't ever think we waited longer to get a building out of this project. They were done in what, April or May?
Is that the one down by the ball diamond?
No.
That's over here. Over here.
Over here, oh, okay.
I'll make a motion to approve.
By Bob Pulaski,
I'll second it.
second by Doug. Any other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item 7, consider approved payment request, Pulaski Tri-County Fire Department. Invoice 581, fourth quarter 2016 fire runs in the amount of $2,215.37. Invoice 586, first quarter 2017 operating fund, the amount of $19,024.08. 586, first quarter vehicle fund, in the amount of $3,015. And invoice 591, July 1st, 2016 through 12/31/2016 fire inspections and re-inspects, the amount of $3,890.
So moved.
By Bruce,
Second.
second by Chris. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Just got it.
That hurts.
Four bartenders,
Okay.
Emily, bad, holy crap. Emily Kane, for Cobblestone Hotel. She has completed her beverage server. Shad K. Ingalls for the, I think it's called Mountain Bay.
Ingles Mountain Bay, I think, yeah.
And he has not indicated the beverage course. Mary J. Johnson, Mountain Bay Bar and Grill, that's the name of the store. I mean, the new name for Rustic Ridge.
Ridge, okay.
And she has not completed her servers yet, as of yet. And Logan Shemansky for Cocktails Bar. And he's completed online. These would all be conditioned on approval of the chief.
I'll make that motion.
By Doug.
Second.
By Doug Van All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next, number 9 is drawing of the names for ballot placement for the spring election held April 4th, 2017.
Okay, for filing for for village president, there was one, the incumbent, Reed A. Woodward, so that name doesn't have to be drawn, but for village trustee, there's 3 positions that were available, and there's 4 people that returned nomination papers, and I have them in alphabetical order. Somebody will need to draw the names, but Roger Birchkowski, an incumbent, Robert Gajewski, an incumbent, Chris Smith, an incumbent, and the 4th one, these are all in alphabetical order, is Richard E. Stachinsky. So I have all the names. Who's going to be the
Don't
lucky
look at
person
me.
to draw?
Oh, I get involved.
You're impartial.
I think I was done.
Who do you want to
And
draw?
a big prize they're gonna get.
Yeah.
No,
Either
Paul?
Paul or Bill.
no, he has no,
Not fair.
no ties.
They're all hidden. Just those names. Okay, the first one is Robert Gajewski.
That's $10.
That's kind of like winning the lottery, right?
The second name is Richard E. Stachinsky. See how I have these hidden?
Nice.
And the third one is Roger Birchkowski.
Bet you that's Christmas.
It better be right, Chris.
Two Polish names.
Yes, Chris Smith. Thank you, Paul, for drawing the names.
You bet.
And
You know, you
thank you to everyone who filled out the nomination papers, and your names will be on the ballot for April 4th. We are having a primary election also, state superintendent of schools. I believe that's going to be the only thing on the ballot, and that's going to be on Tuesday, February 21st. Thank you.
Number 10, persons desiring to be heard. Persons desiring to be heard. Persons desiring to be heard. There being none. Item number 11, department reports. Public Works is excused. Joel's on vacation and they're gonna be plowing later tonight. Sewer and Water Department, Tommy.
I have nothing further tonight.
Police Department,
I have nothing tonight.
and Karen, Jody.
I don't have anything.
Next is number 12, communications schedule, the time for the next regular village board meeting, Monday, February 6, 2017, at the Pulaski Village Hall.
This is good for me.
6 PM.
Six.
6. Okay,
Should be okay.
okay, 6 PM. That's fine with me. We need to schedule a committee of the whole meeting for January 2017. And the 23rd would be all right. The 24th, from 4 to 7, you've got the Bellin Clinic open house, so I'd rather,
That's the
26th.
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 Yeah.
Oh. Then we can do it either the 23rd or 24th, whichever is preferred.
23rd works better.
Probably
Monday?
Yes.
What time?
5 o'clock?
5.
5 would be good.
Okay. With that, it's 7:12. I entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
By Roger. Second by Bob.
Which dog? Van Len?
I was looking at it. All in favor?
Aye.
don't believe it either.
Okay.